Well, starting off very similar to recent mornings, we did see some marine clouds move in overnight, and those are still with us out there. You can see a little bit of variability there, seeing a little bit of blue sky from the Everett camera, looking out there towards Possession Sound. Hurricane Ridge has got a little bit of cloudiness coming over. There's a weak system moving through today, which actually could give them a couple of showers there in the Olympics potentially. And then Mount Rainier is starting to see a few clouds build there, and they might see a chance of an afternoon shower as well from this passing system. Looking at Granite Falls, you can see the clouds have started to push in, and those are marine deck clouds. It took quite a while for those to get in there, but they're moving in. But they're going to start burning right back off again as we head towards this afternoon, and seeing a little bit of sunshine there at New Dungeness Lighthouse. Over there east the Cascades, there at Lake Chelan, you can see still seeing that smoke, but looking a little bit thinner than it has recently, so an encouraging sight potentially. Checking the Everett Tower cam in the bigger picture, you can see that blue sky out there and the remains of the deck of marine clouds they had over them just a little while ago. Still trying to clear those off there in Tacoma, but the clouds are getting brighter and brighter every time we take a look at them. And you can see out there along the coast, they actually had pretty dense fog early today out at Westport. That's lifted, and we just have the overcast, and it's not going to clear a whole lot. We'll see a little bit of afternoon clearing out there along the coastal beaches, but not a sunny day by any means. Their highs are only going to be into the low to mid 60s today for that matter. Checking the Doppler radar, it finally has a little bit of work. It's had to dust it off this morning. That system that's moving through is generating a few thunderstorms, up there over Vancouver Island. You see the circulation around that little low, and maybe dropping a few sprinkles along the Strait of Juan de Fuca, but overall that is going to move primarily through British Columbia. But as we get into the afternoon, get some heating by the summer sun, and the instability that brings with it is going to generate some showers and probably some thunderstorms in the North Cascades, and probably down as far south as maybe Stevens or Snoqualmie passes, where most of that action is going to be this afternoon. There's a red flag warning, in fact, out for parts of northern eastern Washington because of the potential for lightning strikes. We'll look at that in just a minute. Right now, though, you can see we've got this pretty solid mass of thunderstorms just kind of moving into the kind of the northeast coast there of Vancouver Island, and looking pretty active at this point, and that's just going to gradually moving through. You can see it on the satellite image, just kind of rotating through, and that again we see the marine deck still kind of sitting off the coast. That's going to be moving in, and as you look out towards eastern Washington, you see that smoke still sitting over there. It's cleared a little bit, especially down in the southern areas because of the winds, but what we're seeing today is that onshore wind is going on the west side is going to be weakening. We'll continue to see weak onshore winds, it looks like, over the next few days, but at the higher levels, and especially as you get over towards the Cascades, winds fairly calm, and that's going to allow that smoke from eastern Washington to kind of filter in over the Cascades and into western Washington, potentially giving us some problems with our air quality as we head towards later today, and maybe sticking with us all the way through the weekend. Checking our 7-day forecast, you can see today, partly to mostly sunny. There'll be that chance of some afternoon thunderstorms, mainly North Cascades and in the Olympics, and you can see those probably staying up there. And then as we head towards tomorrow, not a whole lot of change. We're going to be mid to upper 70s today. We'll warm a little bit on Thursday as our onshore winds weaken a bit, and we'll continue to see that chance of some wildfire smoke in here on Thursday as well. Right now, it doesn't look like big effects on the air quality, maybe dropping it back to moderate to maybe unhealthy for sensitive groups, but not a major episode at this point. Really not seeing offshore winds that would really bring a lot of smoke out of eastern Washington, but just nothing to keep it out right now. And pretty much as we head into the weekend for Friday all the way through Monday, a few morning clouds, otherwise sunshine, temperatures in the 70s to the low 80s. Finally, as we head towards the first part of next week, we'll be looking for the onshore winds to pick up. That should push the wildfire smoke out of here. And it's going to give us a week of temperatures, high temperatures running mostly right around the mid 70s. Take a look at that red flag warning I was talking about. You see it stretches from roughly around Wenatchee, Chelan, up into the slopes of the Cascades, the east of the Cascade Crest, and then across eastern Washington, primarily to the north of US 2, north of Spokane. So that's really good news for all the problems that they're working on there. The other good bit of news is our onshore winds are weakening here on the west side of the Cascades. Those gusty winds they've been having in the afternoon on the east side of the Cascades are going to kind of mellow back. So that's going to be a real plus for them in terms of fighting those fires. So at the cost of having a little bit of smoke haze here on the west side, we can give them better conditions to control those fires on the east side of the Cascades. Excuse me. Checking that current air quality this morning, looking pretty good up and down the Sound, but again, that smoke haze comes over as we head towards later on today, and we should see it start to diminish your air quality. You can see it in the computer model is that this morning we've still got it stuck over there east of the Cascades, and just a little bit of, you can see the light blue to dark blue is actually still fairly light wildfire smoke haze, and that's all that we get pushed across. And you see that starts to work its way into Puget Sound this afternoon. And finally, as we head towards later on today into tomorrow, you can see pretty much covering most of the interior of western Washington. Still good air quality out along the coast where we still have enough onshore to keep that smoke at bay on into the weekend most likely. And if you look at these little arrows that represent the winds, you can see they don't really have a strong direction to them. They're just fairly quiet across the Cascades, and that just lets the smoke drift back across at least lightly at that point. And then as we head on into Friday, you can see we continue in that pattern pretty much, and probably stay in that pattern all the way into Monday before we get the stronger push of onshore winds for midweek, bringing in that ocean air and pushing out the smoke and blowing it away. Good air quality again, as I said this morning, and then as we head into this afternoon, we're going to be looking for moderate air quality from Seattle southward, unhealthy for sensitive groups around Snohomish County, and then some more good air quality once you get up around Whidbey Island near the water. They're feeling that little bit of onshore wind coming through the Strait of Juan de Fuca, and kind of a mixture once you get up there towards Whatcom County. And really no big change tomorrow. It's going to be running just about the same, and we do expect that to be the case through the weekend, that you'll see the air quality kind of variable between, like I said, moderate to unhealthy for sensitive individuals, and then better air quality as you go farther to the west. As you move towards the Cascade foothills, you're likely going to see worse air quality. In fact, thinking of going hiking this weekend, air quality in some places over the weekend up in the Cascades, especially up to the crest and east of the crest, you might be looking at just generally unhealthy air to be hiking in. We do have the Perseid meteor shower peaking this evening, and we have a little bit of good news with that. We're going to be looking for, it's a pretty active meteor shower, anywhere from 50 to 100 meteors per hour. More likely towards the 50 side, realistically, because we're going to have a little bit of wildfire smoke that's going to kind of inhibit our viewing just a little bit. You want to find the dark sky, which this time of the year is between about 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. Actually, the best in terms of the count of meteors per hour is really from about 1 to 4 a.m. because the Earth is on the front, or Seattle is on the front of the Earth in its orbit, and so it's sweeping up more of the debris from the comet Swift-Tuttle that produces this shower, and so you get a production of more meteors at that point. Checking otherwise, you want to be away from the city lights. The darker the sky, the more you're going to see those dimmer meteors, and you want a wide view of the sky so because they can occur anywhere around the sky. Checking out the forecast in terms of cloud cover. Blue is clear, so blue is good. And you see at 2 a.m. in the morning, we've got mostly clear skies around western Washington, so that's going to be a plus. Plus, we're at new moon, so not any moonlight out there brightening up the skies. The downside is at 2 a.m. we have at the upper levels above about 5,000 to 6,000 feet, we do have a pretty good pall of wildfire smoke that may be over western Washington, and that probably is going to make it hard to see some of the dimmer meteors. So keep that in mind if you're headed out to do a little bit of viewing. It's not going to be that bad at the surface, but looking up through it is probably going to take out some of those meteors you might have seen otherwise. Looking at the computer model, you can see today we've got those little showers that kind of develop over towards the Olympics. Those start to go away as this moves to the east of the Cascades. And then you see pretty good band of showers there stretching roughly from about US 2 northward, maybe a few there in the Alpine Lakes wilderness between Stevens and Snoqualmie passes. But most of the action is going to be farther up to the north, it looks like. And then as we head towards the overnight hours into tomorrow, they go away, but then they redevelop again tomorrow afternoon as we get that heating from the summer sun. It looks like it's going to do one more round on Saturday afternoon, and then we should be done with those chance of thunderstorms up in the mountains for the time being. So that's definitely something to look forward to. Checking our high temperatures for up there around the Whatcom County, Skagit County areas. You can see it's still warming up into the interior, right around 80 degrees there at Marble Mount. Right around the water, mostly low to mid 70s, so a pretty pleasant day overall. You can see that about the same as you head down there towards Snohomish County with comfortable temperatures, most places just being in the 70s there in Snohomish County. Around King County, not too different, though some of the warmer spots you get to the south and east of I-5 might get right around the 80-degree mark, and not too different around Pierce County. Heading out towards southwestern Washington, of course, we're going to be looking for the temperatures to stay in the 70s all the way down to Portland, as a matter of fact. So again, very nice weather with morning clouds, afternoon sun. And out towards the coast, as I had said earlier, Westport, not going to see a whole lot of sunshine. As you move in a little bit, you will get into mostly sunny skies and temperatures around Raymond, Aberdeen, South Bend area, you're going to be looking for those pushing up into the upper 60s to right near 70 degrees. And up on the Olympic Peninsula, similar story for the coast. They're going to be in the low to mid 60s with a little bit of afternoon clearing. You might see a few showers right up there towards Nia Bay and the Strait of Juan de Fuca overall, but elsewhere you should be dry. And then as you head inland over to the east side of the Olympic Peninsula, those temperatures in the mid 70s to in the mid to upper 70s there along the Hood Canal. Checking eastern Washington, we're going to be looking for sunshine over there. There will be that chance of some thunderstorms in the mountains of north central Washington onto the east side with that red flag warning. Elsewhere, basically sunshine with that wildfire smoke. Still a problem over there. Temperatures today, though, not too bad. Only in the 80s, so that's a plus. That, and if you look at the wind arrows on there, just not any consistent wind. We're not seeing those strong gusty westerly winds we had through most of the week, so definitely an improvement in terms of the fire conditions over there in eastern Washington. Looking out from that hurricane ridge shot, you can see the clouds that we were talking about a little bit earlier today pushing in there. And there at Mount Rainier, actually it was fairly sunny just an hour ago, but starting to get that heating by the summer sun as that little disturbance moves across the southern portion of British Columbia. Starting to see those clouds increase, and they could see a chance of a shower as far south as Mount Rainier. See, it's looking cloudy there at Snoqualmie and Stevens passes at this point. Our hiking forecast, if you're headed up that way, it's going to be partly sunny today, but we'll see increasing clouds, that chance of an afternoon shower or thunderstorm possibly. Temperatures at the 3,000-foot level. Pretty comfortable, though, getting into the mid to upper 60s. And tomorrow, not too different, running about the same. Partly sunny skies. We see that chance of an afternoon thunderstorm about as far south as Snoqualmie Pass, it looks like. And checking our temperatures around Puget Sound today. Yesterday we had a couple places that hit 80, but today we're going to cool maybe 1 to 2 degrees. You probably will not notice the difference. We'll see the highs today mostly in the mid to upper 70s. Pretty comfortable weather overall. Keep in mind our normal high out at SeaTac right now is 78 degrees. Tomorrow we are going to start to warm up. This should be the warmest day of the next 7 and not all that warm. Mid 70s in the north and low to maybe a couple of mid 80s down there in the South Sound, not looking too bad. And we'll have the morning clouds and afternoon sunshine and still have that smoke haze probably lingering over the area. As we head into the weekend, we're going to be looking for things to pretty much stay in the same pattern. We'll see those temperatures stay pretty much in the upper 70s and low 80s as we head into Saturday and Sunday, so not a whole lot of variation there. And then as we head on towards the first part of next week, Monday, one more day about the same. We might see a few more clouds later Sunday into Monday, and there's a slight chance you could see a shower up toward the Canadian border late Sunday into Monday. Finally, as we head into Tuesday, we're going to see a switch in the pattern, a real increase in the onshore winds, and with that, we're going to push that wildfire smoke out of western Washington. And it looks like we'll have a week of morning clouds, afternoon sun, and those temperatures running mostly in the mid 70s all the way through the week.